What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing amazing. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make these Tsuno bags. Now before we get started, I want to issue a massive shout out to Glory Island on TikTok and on YouTube as well. He made a video on this. I originally made his bag and then I went from there, I tweaked it, I made my own pattern, and I came up with this one. So shout out to Glory Island again. Now you've all seen these bags all around your Instagram Explore page, TikTok, everywhere. And it's a very nice bag to have. It's easy to carry around. You can tie the knot and just regulate however like short or long you want. It's a very nice bag, very durable and easy to style as well. This is my first DIY, so bear with me. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll try my best. So let's get started. Alright, so first thing first, you're gonna need your fabric. Here's me unfolding mine. This is 100% cotton twill and I have 2 yards. You might be able to make it with just 1 yard, but I just rather leave some room for error just in case I mess something up, and then I just go back and cut it again. That's what I usually do. Here's me unfolding the fabric, and what I'm actually gonna do is just open it and then fold it in 1/4 yard. Here's how that looks. And now you want to make sure you fold right sides together. So if you're not sure what the right size is, I'm going to post a picture here, but essentially it's just the diagonal lines. When you see the diagonal lines, that's the right size. Now the reason why we're doing this is because we're going to be tracing the bag. So grab yourself some chalk like I have here, a pen, a marker, wherever you have, and trace a line here, 9.5 inches. That's going to be the bottom of our bag. And since it's folded in half, it's going to be 20 inches. Here I'm just going to make an F, just so you know that's where the fabric is going to be folded, and you're not supposed to cut that part. This is very important. I've made so many mistakes just because I skipped this step. So go ahead and throw an F in there. And now I'm just tracing the length of the body of the bag. That's going to be 17.5 inches. I'm going to write it down in a minute just in case you want to make a pattern out of it. Just if you want to make it next time, it's going to be easier for you just to trace it again. So that's 9.5 by 17.5. Go ahead and close that, and I'm going to trace the strap. It's going to be 3.5 inches, and just make a long line. It doesn't really matter, that's just the length of the strap. And for me, I like to make mine 47 inches. I'm 5'9", and 47 inches really works for me. Try it out and see if it works for you. If not, you can always adjust it next time. Now at the end of the strap here, we're just going to trace a line just so it gets to that nice pointy shape that you can tie the knot. And same with the side here, you'll see why. Now after that, go ahead and pin it all together, and the reason why we're doing this is because we don't want it to come apart while we're cutting the fabric, because we wanted to make it as even as possible. And now that you have all of the measurements ready to go, you can go ahead and trace that onto a paper just so you guys can do it again whenever you want to in a different colorway maybe. So you have all of the measurements ready to go. Just trace around the outside lines. Make sure you put that F for the fold, and you're all set to start cutting. So pick your poison, scissors, rotary cutter, whatever you want. Me, I'm gonna be using the rotary cutter. It's just way easier to trace around the curves. So do that. Here's me just cutting around it. After you're done with that, this is what you're supposed to be left with. Take that out of the way. Fold the fabric in half again. Put that on top. I suggest you pin it. It's just going to be easier so it doesn't move around. You want it to make it as even as possible. Now go ahead and cut that around it again. And you should be left with 2 beautiful pieces. Go ahead and open them up and lay them out. Go ahead and put right sides together. So wrong sides are going to be on the outside. Let me show you here what I mean by that. Here's how I wrote it. You can see all the marks on it. And put them together. Now I'm going to show you where you're supposed to be stitching, just so you don't get confused, because you might end up just stitching around the whole thing and then there's no hole for you to put your thing. And I'm just going to make an X here just so you know you're not supposed to sew all on this line. So now that you get to the sewing machine, I like to do my seam allowance at 3/8. So go ahead and do that, secure your stitch, and you can go ahead and stitch all around that line that we marked. When you get to the corner, just make sure you leave the needle down 3/8 again, and just sew down the line again. Same thing, repeat the process, repeat until you get to the end. Now this part might be a little confusing, but bear with me. Now once you're done stitching all around the bag, go ahead and grab that corner, pinch each individual side, pull it out just like this, and then try to make a triangle off of it. So once you did that triangle, press it down, grab a ruler, whatever you have, and trace a 4 4-inch line. So wherever the 4 inches end, go ahead and trace that. I suggest you pin it just so it's easier for you, and then just go ahead and stitch down that line. Once you're done with that, just remove the excess of fabric. Just make sure you leave a little bit of seam allowance just so we can do an overlock stitch to make it all tidy. And then this is what you're supposed to be left with. And talking about overlock stitch, that's what we're gonna do here. Just sew along the whole outside of the bag just so we have a nice clean finish. I currently don't have a serger. Mine broke and it's at the repair shop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick one of these overlock stitches from the machine. So it's gonna be D here in this case, and then I'm just setting it up. Once you're done with that, you're gonna be left with a nice overlock stitch. I just like to go ahead and cut the excess fabric off of it. Just make sure you don't cut the actual stitching. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and bring the bag inside out, and you're pretty much done with the bag at this point. If you wanted, you could just leave it like that. I'm here just pressing out the seams. I personally like my bags to have a clean finish, so at the end of the day, all of this part here is gonna just fray. So I'm here just measuring to make my bias tape just so we can cover all of this so it has a nice clean finish. So go ahead and measure all around that ×2 because it's each side of the bag. And now I have my bias tape kit here. If you don't have one of these, I can definitely link one up for you. Let me know, I'll write it down. And today we're only going to be using these clips and the big blue colored one. Now to make your bias tape, it's supposed to be cut on a bias, but I don't usually do that. I don't really know how to do that. So just go ahead and trace a line 2 inches of width. Just make sure you're writing on the wrong side of the fabric just so you leave the right side just clean. The length is going to depend on what you measured around the back, the front and the back. So you can do 2 pieces if you want, and then just go ahead and cut that. I'm using my rotary cutter here. Once you're done with that, just cut the tip like so. Nothing crazy, no measurements, just go ahead. The reason we're doing this is just so it can fit through the bias tape maker. Once you're done with that, you're gonna pull it and then you're gonna start ironing it flat as you can. So just pull as you go and then iron it. So you pull the tab and then iron, pull, iron until you're left with this nice strip. And once you're done with that, just go ahead and fold it down the middle again like I'm showing you here, and iron that as well so we have a clean finish at the end. Once you're done with all that bias tape, we're gonna go ahead and attach it to the straps. But before we do that, you want to make sure you don't run into this problem like I did. So go ahead and cut those tips off just so you're left with one nice piece. And that's when the clips come in place. So you're gonna want to grab the bias tape, wrap around the raw edge, and then just clip him to the thing. And now for the part where you fold it, it's gonna be a little difficult at first, but once you do it a few times, you get used to it. So go ahead and clip it first, twist it to the other side, like wrap it around it, and then grab the same clip that you had and put it at the very end, and it's just gonna hold the whole thing together. And after you did that, the rest is just repeating the same process. So go ahead, clip it. These clips are such a lifesaver. They save me so much time. Imagine doing this with regular pins. I could never do that, man. It's too hard. And then just go ahead and stitch all that together. And after you're done, when you're about to finish, you can just go ahead and fold the very end in like I'm showing you here. Just fold it in, give it another fold, and then just attach it to the strap. It's just gonna give it a nice finish. Repeat the same process for the joints. Fold it in, fold it again, and just attach it to the other part of the strap, and it's just gonna give it a nice look. You won't even be able to see that it was attached. Here's how that'll look. Clip it in, stitch it, and you're all set. Here's me giving it the final touches, just putting my brand on it. You can put your tag as well. And this is just the final look of the bag. Now you can just adjust the strap however you want it, just to fit your body perfectly. Like I said, I'm 5'9", and this one works for me. Here's how it looks on the side. It's very nice. Here's another view of it. And then crossbody bag, like usually people wear it. Looks very nice in my opinion. One piece, very clean bag. So yeah, let me know what you think of it. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you really enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to tag me on Instagram if you ever make the bag. I would love to see what you guys do with it. If you want to do patches what colors you come up with, the outfits that you put together. I'm really interested. If you want to sell it, go ahead and sell it. I don't really mind. And I'll see you guys in the next one.